Well, reports of more frustration on the Newcastle United transfer front this morning, as it seems that no deal has been made for Tino Livramento despite the £30 million reports yesterday. Pete Graves has reported that should we get Livramento over the line, it looks like we could be in for another 3 players, but only on loan. Newcastle have received a massive boost in the fitness of Nick Pope. He has returned to training and expected to play a part in the USA. Fans are getting very frustrated at the slow announcement for Harvey Barnes. Why hasn't it been announced yet? We'll take a look at that. And also, young Harrison Ashby, could he be going out on loan for the new season? Let's dive in. This is the Daily News. Hi everybody, I'm Paul. Welcome back to the Toon Review and of course the Daily News Show, a weekend Daily News Show, which is a bit different for us. But as usual, there is a lot of stories to get through with regards to Newcastle United. But before we start, please give us the thumbs up if you do enjoy the show. It keeps us up there in the search results on YouTube. And of course, if you like what you see, please do subscribe. Completely free to do so. Almost at 22,000 now. And of course, hit that notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. So thank you very much for that. Right, as you can see at the bottom there in the headline, no deal for Livramento. It was reported yesterday, of course, that the sides had agreed a £30 million fee for the young English fullback. That's not the case. Reports have come out this morning and suggested that the clubs are still miles apart from any fee being agreed. Now, we're not sure where Livramento stands on this, whether he's keen to join Newcastle or he's happy to stay at Southampton, but Southampton have pretty much said they will not sell him for a cut price. He is very vital to them in getting back into the Premier League if they don't receive a decent enough fee. Now, we know that Newcastle United will barter in the battle for a fee that they feel is right. They will not overspend on any players. We've seen that so far in the transfer windows that the new owners have been involved in. Yes, it's a little frustrating. I get that a lot of fans are saying, look, sometimes we just have to pay this money to get the big players in. However, it's not going to happen like that at Newcastle United. We've seen it numerous times, and that will continue as far as these new owners go. The latest bid's been rejected. We do know that. And it's been reported of a significant gap between the two teams for valuation. So it's not just a small gap. It is a significant gap between the valuations. Now, that says to me that this has got a long way to run. The deal is nowhere near done yet. And this could rumble on for a few more days yet before a fee is agreed. It is reported that if a fee is agreed, it should be straightforward getting him in, and that would again strengthen Newcastle United. Livramento is a fabulous young fullback and can bring a lot to Newcastle United. I, for one, would be very excited to see him come in. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, because, as I say, significant gap in the valuation of the player so far. Now, Sky Sports' Pete Graves has reported that Newcastle United could well be after another 3 players should they be able to get Livramento over the line. Now, this is including Harvey Barnes. So, Barnes, Livramento, and possibly another 3 players that Newcastle United could be looking to join the club. Now, what he has stated is it wouldn't be straightforward transfers. Newcastle will then be looking at loans with options to buy. Now, we've said this on our shows over the last few days. That would possibly be where Newcastle United will head. They'll head into the loan market. But rather than an option to buy, why not just say, we'll buy? We'll loan them, but we will buy them at the end of the loan period, rather than just an option. I think a lot of teams who would probably be loaning the players out will be looking for that kind of deal rather than an option to buy, because it may well be that these teams have no plans for these players in the future, and it may well be that a move away is certain, and they don't want to lose out on money. So, it's a very difficult situation. Obviously, FFP is playing a huge part in this, trying to get players in the door for a start. But, with the loan option to buy, that would give us a bit of leeway on certain players. And look, we know there's certain players out there who we could possibly bring in on loan. They're talking about Lewis Hall at Chelsea. Is he one that we could bring in a loan deal with us buying him next summer, because that would help with FFP? There is players out there who we'd be able to do deals with this kind of thing, and it would possibly suit the other teams as well. I know it's a little bit frustrating for us fans because we want to see us go out and spend all this money that the owners have it's not that simple, and it's proven very, very difficult for them at the moment. When we're going to look at players, many people have said, there's the Newcastle tax, etc., on top. I don't think that's the case anymore, guys. I just think that certainly when we're looking at English players, they do hold a more higher value than players coming in from overseas, especially the ones that have got the Premier League experience, etc. But at the minute, I mean, what can you say? It's just a case of keep working at the deals, keep going, and seeing if they can. I don't want to use the stupid quote that we used over with Steve Bruce, but hopefully get these deals completed in time for them to play some sort of part in pre-season. So far this pre-season, Nick Pope hasn't been really anywhere to be seen. Of course, we know that he missed the Chelsea game at the end of last season. He had finger surgery that was causing him a problem for most of the back end of last year. And of course, when it came to the Chelsea game, it was a dead rubber. He got the surgery done because he knew that it would have quite a substantial recovery time. And that's exactly proven the case. He hasn't been involved in the opening 2 pre-season games of the season. But the good news is he is back in training now over in the States, and he is expected to play a part in the summer series in the next 3 games. Now, say what you want about Nick Pope, he is vital to us next season. It's more to do with who is actually going to be his backup next season. Is it going to be Karius or is it going to be Dubravka? Darlow is out there. He's expected to fly back very soon to tie up a move to Bournemouth, which is a fantastic move for Karl Darlow to be able to stay in the Premier League. That is a bigger pull than Leeds United because of, unfortunately, Leeds going down. Karl Darlow has obviously been told that he's going to play some part in the Bournemouth season. Whether that's his number 1 or not, I don't know. But it's a great move for him. Dubravka, is he expected to move away now? I would say so. Because we haven't seen him in pre-season yet, and I don't think the Newcastle fans have really taken to Dubravka again since his Man United return. However, you never know. But for me personally, I'd love to see Karius as number 2. But the news on Nick Pope is fantastic. Back in training, back doing what he does best, and hopefully really pushing hard for to be England number 1 next season, which is probably his biggest goal of all now. Get fit again, and we know what kind of goalkeeper Nick Pope is. There is the odd mistake in there, but by God, he saved us on numerous occasions last season. And me, for one, really can't wait to see him back in the summer series. Now, one thing I have noticed on social media over the last couple of days is the Newcastle United fans getting a little bit frustrated at how long it's taken the club to announce new signings. I don't know why it is taking so long. I mean, Harvey Barnes, look, he was in Newcastle United. He was the training ground last week, very late on, and then we've heard nothing. It's gone very, very quiet, hasn't it? So we don't know where Barnes is. Has he flown out to the States to meet his teammates? Has he signed? Has something gone wrong? And of course, it will fill the Newcastle United fans full of dread and worry that something's gone wrong in the medical, or something's happened with the transfer fee. They've changed their mind, whatever it may be. It just seems like we do this on a consistent basis, of course. We seem to wait before we announce the transfer. It's been a couple of days now, and once again, fans are asking the question, why? And indeed, I guess I am as well. I mean, if everything's tied up, I don't see what the problem is to announce the deal. Unless they have something alongside Leicester City where they will both announce that the deal is done. Could it be that, or could it be that they're just waiting for a specific time? I don't know. I don't see why not. I mean, Newcastle United fans are pretty much know that the deal's done. That's what we're getting from the media, that the deal's done. But why have Newcastle United as a football club not come out and announced it yet? I mean, look, do I think there'll be a particular problem with it? No, I don't. I think Newcastle announce it when they want. But it would be nice just to see a player come in for his medical and then do all his media duties, and then the club announce it straight away. I don't tend to know why there's a hold-up. It didn't used to happen. Not that we signed many players, of course, in the previous regime, but that didn't seem to happen. It seemed to be a case of, in for his medical and then announced. But now it's taken a few days. I don't know whether it's because the media team like to build up a welcome video and things like that for the new players. Maybe it's that. But there is quite a bit of frustration building on social media as to, the waiting around for the announcement. Are you frustrated? Do you think they should announce it straight away? Or do you have any particular reason why you think that this might be the case, that we're waiting for announcements to be made? Let me know in the comments. And finally, young Harrison Ashby. Is it a case that this kid might be going on loan for this current season? For me, I'd be disappointed. I have to say, what I've seen of Harrison Ashby has been nothing short of positive. I like the way he plays the game. I like his build. He looks ready to go. And again, age doesn't bother me. If you're good enough to play football at the Premier League level, then it doesn't matter what age you are. Yes, you've got to manage that player very well, and certainly Eddie Howe would do that. But of course, this Livramento deal may take place. We've got so many fullbacks. Where does Harrison Ashby line up in that list of fullbacks? Is he part of it? Because the reports are saying if Livramento comes in, it could well send Ashby out on loan. Is that particularly what Harrison Ashby wants? I highly doubt it. I think he wants to be part of the Newcastle squad. He wants to be part of the Champions League. He wants to be... That's why he signed. He knows there's a huge project going on at Newcastle United, and he wants to be part of it. And quite frankly, I think he should. I think he's good enough. And certainly the feedback that we all got from the West Ham fans when he signed was that this kid is fantastic. And it's a real shame that he hasn't been given his opportunity yet. Do I think he's probably better than the likes of Manquillo, etc.? Yeah, I do. I like this kid. He bombs forward. He's got real pace about him. He's a good defender. And I think he should be given a chance. But going out on loan, I mean, it would probably be a Championship team he'd go on loan to. It wouldn't be a Premier League team. But look, on the flip side of it, the kid's got plenty time left. He's still young. He's hungry as ever. And obviously Eddie Howe's brought him in for a reason. He wouldn't have brought him in if he didn't want to think that he's part of his plans in the future, which is the case. But for me, I think we should keep him this season. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. But that is the show today. If you have enjoyed it, guys, please do hit the thumbs up button. As I say, it really does help us in the search results on YouTube. And of course, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. Help us towards 22,000 subscribers. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. We're on all social media platforms. Just search for the Toon Review. We're also on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. If you want to listen to some extra podcasts off camera that we do, there's some very, very good shows on there. Much more to come on there as well. So give that a click and have a look at that one. And yeah, have a great weekend, guys. And we will see you very soon for another live show. In the meantime, take care.